This is a test. This is a test. Test of the new area. Table needs to go that way, honestly, like a decent amount. So this can go this way a little bit, and then the table. Actually, I'm gonna. Alright, this is test number one. Test number one. I think I've moved the table to a good spot. We've got a nice little area here. Looks good on my computer. I think this is where I'm going to be talking from a lot of the times forward now. I might sit more central if I want to have more of a central conversation, but this is what the new setup looks like. And yeah, thanks for stopping in, you guys. It's been a really fun last 3 years doing this podcast. I figured I'd kind of make this video just as a kind of recap of like how I feel about it and where we're at, and it's going to be more of a serious bit, but I'm really excited to kind of be moving forward and be grinding and really get more moving on the podcast channel in terms of content and in terms of like engaged content and more based around things that I enjoy and things that Max and I can work on together. We're going to try to pump out a lot more skits this year. We're going to try to pump out some more short form content. I really want to focus on more short content, shorts and stuff like that, doing Lego stuff, doing Pokemon stuff, doing bike stuff, doing ski stuff, doing skateboard stuff, doing outdoor Boise stuff, doing comedy stuff, doing so much stuff, man. There's so much stuff I want to do out here, you know. I think I'm going to be starting up a new channel that's just for my personal business. It's going to be like surrounding small business consulting, e-commerce, tips and tricks, and just kind of my journey in starting my own LLC and really building a digital marketing agency and consulting firm, as well as like kind of how I interact with my clients, how I make sales, and just kind of build that as a guide for anyone who is maybe coming out of college or coming out of high school and isn't really entirely sure on how to, assess this kind of economy. And like there's so many different ways out here to make money, and I think it can be overwhelming, and I think there's a lot more simplicity to it than people think. And so I'm gonna fucking keep it simple, stupid, and come kiss. Other than that, man, yeah, so that was a little rambly, sorry. Moving on to the next kind of where are we now? So it's currently June, beginning of June in 2023, and I have been doing comedy and freelancing for about 6 months now, and it has been so fulfilling. I feel so good about where I am. I feel like I finally found what I'm supposed to do on this world, and that's make people laugh and help people make money with their small businesses and help people take control of their own destiny, right? Like, this is something that it sounds cheesy, sounds cliche, but I really am passionate about just all aspects of small business and just community and building engaging communities through businesses and building up businesses that support other people so that we can all eat, everyone can be a business owner, everyone can be a corporation, and in today's world where America treats corporations better than it treats people, you might as well incorporate, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what I've been doing. With the podcast, though, I'm so proud of how far we've gone and just how consistent we've been, and all the guests that we've had lately have been so amazing, and I just want to give a special shout out to anyone who's come on the pod or watched the pod or watched any of our videos or liked any of our videos, because it just means the world to me. And I know Max, it feels just as grateful, if not more, that we have this ability to have this format and this creative outlet. And yeah, it's just so fun. It's just really fun. If you're out there and you're like, oh, two guys, why'd you start a podcast? Like, because it's fun, man. Like, that's like the biggest thing I think that people misunderstand. They're like, what's the deal behind your podcast? What are you doing with your podcast? Like, why do you do it? I do it because it's fucking fun, bro. I have a great time just bullshitting with my friends and talking to new people and talking about new things. And like, it really forces you to like find new conversational topics that you wouldn't normally talk about and get outside of your echo chamber a little bit, and really just like experience the world in a different way. And that's what I love about it is it's new and it's fun and it's just a good way to creatively get things out. It's like it's like journaling almost, but with your mouth, right? But I just really enjoy it. I really enjoy talking to people. I really enjoy interviewing people. Having guests have been super fun. I think we're going to do a lot more guests this year. 2023 will be the year of pretty good guests. But yeah, I just want to come on here and talk for a little bit. I was actually just testing because I've been using OBS, and so I'm testing the green screen kit and stuff. So I'm not actually even using this mic. This mic is not in use. I just put it up here for aesthetic purposes. I might turn on the mic after this and record and see what it sounds like. Headphones aren't playing anything either. Yeah, so that's actually pretty funny. But yeah, man, I am just like so freaking happy. Sorry, just put these down here. I am just so happy with where we are. We started the Pretty Good business 3 years ago, right around this time, June of 2020. And it was right after I'd graduated college, and we really didn't know what direction we wanted to take it. And we ended up just starting to record podcasts all the time. We didn't post anything really until, I mean, I don't think we started like really posting consistently until 2021, October, when we finally like started like, okay, we have enough content, we've been on camera long enough. Let's start actually just kicking stuff out, right? And stop kind of holding it back. And Max was a big part of that for me, because I do have anxiety and like social anxiety and ADHD, and I'm neurodivergent, which is a really cool new term for being not normal. I guess that's a bad thing to say, but whatever. For having ADHD or having some kind of mental health thing, depression, anxiety, that kind of dealio. But you know, it's really nice when you have someone who's also trying to like do a similar thing, you know, and you can work off of each other and like lift each other up when you're kind of like feeling lower or just like bounce ideas back and forth, you know. And it's Max and I have always had a great friendship, in terms of like we really like push each other, I think, to like try to be better and like do more. We've always been like that, trying to like who can, you know, ski like, and it's almost like not even like it's unsaid, it's like unspoken, to the point where it's like Max is very naturally talented, and athletic, and I have some natural ability, but I have to work at it a little bit harder, I think, sometimes, than he does, as far as just like athleticism and like jumping, and a lot of the things that we do athletically are like jumping, flipping, that kind of thing. And Max has huge balls, is the other thing. And so like Max will always be the first one to guinea pig something, like a jump or a bridge jump or a cliff jump or a backflip or anything like that. Max will always be the first one to do it. And so like in that sense, you know, like, and the reason for that is because Max is a great older brother. He's a good big brother, man. When you're the oldest of 4 boys, you gotta fucking send it, dude, and show the other guys that they can send it too. And I think Max has done a great job of that. And like, honestly, I fucking love working with that dude. He is a no bullshit, let's get shit done type of guy. And, you know, you gotta just appreciate the shit out of that. Out of someone who just has the mental to like put their nose down and fucking grind and get the shit done and, you know, not bitch about it. And that's why I love having Max as a business partner and as a podcast partner. And like, we're both so different. that we kind of have what I think of, in my head as almost like the Tom and Bert like kind of back and forth to us, or like a Bobby and Andrews thing from Bad Friends, or like a freaking Dennis and Charlie, like Mac or something, like it's just like this. It's a fun dynamic, I think, where you have two very different people who can find this mutual understanding and this mutual interest and do that. And I love doing this, man. And yeah, I know I said in the blog post the T-shirts were coming out in May, but I've been having a really hard time getting my EIN for the podcast given out, and so we're struggling right now as far as like that stuff goes. So I can't actually sell any T-shirts until we get the EIN and get like the banking information set up. Your EIN, just so if anyone's unfamiliar with like business terms, it's the employer identification number, and you have to get it issued from the IRS. So that you can pay yourself and charge for taxes. And I have one for my personal business, but I have not been able to get one issued for Pretty Good Podcast, and I'm not sure why. And it's very hard to get on the phone with the IRS. But I'm going to get that figured out this month. This is me saying that I will figure it out this month, and that I love doing this podcast and I will never stop it, and that I love doing stand-up comedy and I will make that my career, whether it be on stage or off of stage. I will be in comedy, I will be in entertainment, and I will continue to consult for small businesses, and you can see more of me on my small business consulting channel, which I will link once I figure out what it's called. So other than that, it's Monday. It's a beautiful day outside, and I hope that you all have a pretty good week. Peace out, my pretty good peeps.